the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Buffalo Bills. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Ford Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain there for the Bills.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
To throw, it's Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. I don't think it's a surprise. Football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline, taking themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive ends right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Forced out to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Catch made here by Campbell. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
So there he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary certainly capable of breaking off some big runs, and he got loose on a big one there.
And I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone, your teammates, and start shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that part?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll give to Carter here on the option. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. and long. They'll look to throw. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. A beautiful fake. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, 2nd quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Emmanuel Agba that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A throw to the flat for Carter. And down he'll go at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than 1 man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now,
are you still using mag sliders?
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25. Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Going to throw deep for the end zone.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
6 yards to go.
Buying time to his left. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Most of the starters are likely done.
Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.